There's a little bit.
Always. I'm just like refreshing the page.
Refresh.
Five.
Refresh.
Maybe? Just still.
Things
Still in the
might
baby
start
stage?
happening
What is
today.
happening? I'm getting an ad. So.
Do we start singing? Oh, maybe it's an advertisement for House of X.
No. It's a Levi's ad.
That's right. That is right.
So I have to wait full 20 seconds.
That's right.
So if you're sitting there listening to us babble, I apologize.
We're just keeping it real.
Yeah. Something like that.
I'm just looking at myself, which is terrifying.
Weird. Oh, look at that.
Look at what?
It's your face.
It's my face.
Yeah.
Bass in your face. That's what I'm talking about.
Well,
Good?
this is super weird. There it goes.
There we go.
There it goes. Okay.
Is anybody out there? Can anybody hear me? Oh.
Oh my goodness. Yes, they can hear us. Sorry.
Okay. Good. Well, we're not really late, but we're a little bit late. We're a little bit behind in setup because we tried to set up a reaction cam for Liz and the cord wasn't long enough. So that's what happens when you try to do anything around here.
Exactly.
It's always a cord issue, and they don't make webcams with like 20-foot cords, apparently.
This is life with us.
Yeah, that's how it works. That's how it works.
Oh, where's my mouse? I'm losing my mouse. Talk to me.
Talk to me. What are you doing?
I don't know. I was trying to double check the sound, but
Liz is doing the cool like.
my computer is all kinds of screwed up right now.
That's right. That's right.
Zox, can you hear us? Shaken said echo. So. Okay, thanks, Zox. We're good.
Is it echoing or?
No, I think that's why I was trying to check. Was the echo, but I can't because I don't know what's going on with my computer. Yeah. No echo. We're good.
Okay. Cool. Well, unless you like echoes, and then we're gonna have to figure that one out.
Yeah.
We'll have to...
Sorry about you. All
right. So what are people working on this lovely Friday evening? Or are they working on nothing? They're just watching.
Just vegging
watching
out,
the show.
Stuff.
Good times. Well, we are leading into our last week of our blending class, which some of you are in and some of you aren't in. Also, who's going to Reapercon? Or who might be going to Reapercon if it actually happens?
Oh, yeah.
That is a good question.
Well, I'm pretty sure it is happening. And we're going...
Yeah, we're signed up.
Oh, yeah.
We got it on lockdown. It will be glorious.
Oh, yeah. Lots of people going.
Sweet. I'm super excited. Well, I heard like the tickets for the hotel sold out. And then they put more up and they sold out. And then they put more up and they sold out. So they just sold out a bunch of times. So
just keep on selling out.
Yeah, that is very, very cool. I'm excited. I miss people. So
Same.
It should be pretty fun. And I think with the reduced numbers and stuff, it'll be a little cozier. It won't be like the olden days when there was like 200 people that went. And you're
the
like,
olden days?
We had so many people.
How old are you, like 80?
Decades ago when there was only 200 people. Or a decade ago. Not decades, but
yeah.
I don't know. It's funny, when I talk about turn of the century, I mean like, 1800 to 1900, but actually the turn of the century happened 20 years ago.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
So I have been in the turn of the century. Good times.
Lots of people going to Reapercon this year.
What have we been up to since last time?
Oh my gosh.
Since last we worked on this dragon. We haven't done anything, literally.
Liz
killed a rabbit.
We got our first
That
shot.
slipped out. We got our first
I did
shot
not kill
last
a
night.
rabbit.
Well, let's.
Okay, first of all, no.
Let's put this in perspective.
So this is what had happened.
Okay,
no, you know. You wait.
There's a
what
lot
had
of
happened
spiky
was
finger pointing.
Taylor went outside and she was like, there's some bunnies outside, so make sure you keep Marley away from the bunnies. And I was like, oh my gosh, okay. So then later, Marley was whining, like she had to go potty.
Mm-hmm.
So I took her out and I was like, oh, there is a bunch of little bunnies. Because I kept seeing what looked
flop
like...
around.
It looked like one was like trying to readjust himself and then the other one was just laying there. And I was just like, oh, okay, they're just like bedding down in the backyard or something.
Right. They're making babies.
No, that's not what I meant. So many crickets. So I was like, Marley, don't go over there. Stay over here. Do your thing. Let's go back inside. So then this morning, Aaron comes.
Oh my God, that bunny was dead. Like, dead body.
I don't know why you're so
DOA.
excited about it because I like almost started crying because then I felt bad because
I got my measuring thing, my tape measure out.
If I had just checked on it, then maybe I wouldn't have been able to do anything. He was missing half of his body.
He was missing half of his body.
Yeah.
It was pretty gross.
It was very traumatizing, and then we buried the poor little bunny because...
Which, it's hard to dig a hole.
In Georgia, yeah. With Georgia clay. But... Yes, poor little bunny has been laid to rest. I did not kill the bunny. That would have been awful. Don't, Aaron. You're like.
I'm just saying, the last person who
person.
supposedly saw it alive was you, and
Aaron,
you came back in. You're all sweaty and out of breath.
I think I'm gonna take over the stream. It's gonna be House of Vex with Liz. Jeez Louise. Okay, so that's the story of this morning and my traumatizing morning. And
very exciting.
I just haven't felt good today.
It was a little bit sad.
So, what else have we done? What have you been working on?
We mowed the lawn.
Paint-wise.
Mostly the blending class. So that's been pretty exciting. It's cool seeing people's progress in that.
Yes.
And, I should have set this up on another screen.
What?
Miniature Monthly is like doing a book with Dave Taylor Miniatures. Can you put the link maybe to the maybe a video or something? Yeah. So if you like books on miniatures, Dave Taylor Miniatures. If you don't know Dave, I know him from way back in my Golden Demon days and all that stuff with Games Workshop. He used to work for Games Workshop. Now he works as a freelance. I don't know. He just in the gaming industry. Great guy. Super cool. Makes really cool looking armies and stuff like that. Great converter, all that stuff. He made a book based on all the armies he's made over his years painting and stuff. And then he did another one for the Train Tutor a couple years ago, and that was really successful. It was a really cool book. On terrain and stuff. And so I contacted him. This was a couple years ago, pre-COVID. I contacted him a couple years ago, and I was like, hey, would you be interested in doing like a Miniature Monthly book? I don't know if that's even something you do or what, but whatever. So we started talking, and then we got all ready to do it, and then COVID hit. So it's been a couple years since in the making. But in the meantime, he figured out that he could do like a series of books. So he's actually going to have like a 12 or 13 series of different painters around the world. And so I don't know, we were talking about like we're getting all of them. Because it's just kind of cool to have different people's work on, that you can look at your house and stuff. And for me, selfishly, I just want a book to give to my mom. So, so she can have it on her coffee stand or whatever, her nightstand. But that's really cool. So that is coming out. The Kickstarter starts this month on the 29th, I think.
30th?
The 30th?
30th, I
30th.
believe. Let me double check that.
Yeah, let's double check that. I thought it was the 29th, but...
No, I think...
I don't believe in numbers, though, so I could be wrong.
It says it at the back of the trailer.
Yeah.
April 30th.
April 30th. Well, I was wrong.
Yeah.
Day early and $1 short.
Can we get that in writing?
No. Zox, cancel that from your memory.
You admitted it.
So, So the Miniature Monthly portion of the book, it's volume 1, will be Elizabeth, of course, Matt DiPietro, so Elizabeth Beckley, Matt DiPietro, and myself, featuring a bunch of our art that we've done over the years, and then just, I don't know, I'll just blab for a while, and Matt will tell a story about, Godzilla or something. I don't know. We're all like writing a couple chapters in it, and it should be kind of interesting. Maybe just like a little bit of the history of Miniature Monthly, that type of thing. So, if you like a book with art and cool pictures,
I put the link to the trailer and to the link to the like Kickstarter reminder thing in the chat. So if y'all just want to go check that out, that way we can get to painting.
That's right. We can get to painting. Because you know what it is? It's paint night. You think it's House of Vex, but it's just paint night.
It's paint night. And you know whose Vex isn't cleaned?
Mine.
Yeah.
Believe it. I'll tell you, and I was talking to one of my private coaching students this week, and because my airbrush was just completely clogged. And I said, the hardest my airbrush has been like misused or whatever, all these years of painting thousands of miniatures and stuff, and I start teaching, and that's when my airbrush goes down the tank, because what happens is I start teaching, I set it down, we continue talking, and then I move on to the next private coaching session, and I forget that it's full of paint and just drying, and then sometimes we don't do airbrushing in the next session, and then I go to bed and I wake up the next day and there you have it. I have a nice clogged airbrush.
Now it's super clogged.
The good news is it always gets clean. There's no like permaclogs on an airbrush, so it always gets clean.
Yes.
So
because the little Liz Fairy
does it.
Finds it.
It works out pretty good. So
yes, Shaken. The color shift paint is the worst to get out of the airbrush. Yes, that took me so long, but I got every bit of it out,
including on the outside of the airbrush. Like, that stuff sticks like nobody's business.
Yeah. That was crazy.
Zox knows. I totally sprayed it all over my airbrush. It was everywhere. It was on my pants. It was everywhere.
Yeah.
That's that's why you get your little Reaper doodad here for opening up your paints when they get clogged, because you don't want to squeeze. That is not a good idea.
Agreed.
All right, whatever. I guess it's time to paint. Kind of, sort of. There's our dragon where we left off on it.
Time to paint.
I've actually got a couple. So in my online courses, we're always using Reaper miniatures. So this is like something that we're doing in the blending class. This was something I started in the very first class when we were layering with super thick paint. So there's that. What else do I got from that class? The students are doing an excellent job. So here's my wizard with the wizard helmet.
It just cracks me up every time you say that. His little helmet.
Who was it? Lyndon goes, I don't know how you guys painted the helmet on that. I think it was Lyndon. It was so funny. So this one I did this week, using all the techniques that we've learned over the course of the class. So anyways, that's been really cool. And we have our last class tomorrow, sort of bittersweet.
But
whatever. Then we get on to some real painting.
Everybody's kicking butt when it comes to painting.
That's right. Okay, so last we talked last time. We were working on this dragon. He or she is looking pretty good. Haven't determined yet. Do we know what it is? Is it a little boy dragon or it's a little girl dragon?
I think it's a she. We're gonna name her Shakira.
Okay.
Because
we can never remember the name of the dragon, so it works out.
I don't know. I'm sorry. Okay, let's paint.
Shadragon. That's what it is. Okay, so we're gonna start painting. So I think we've done all the bone work. We did some really cool bone work last time. House of X, didn't even use an airbrush. This time I need to get a little bit of some highlights on the dragon itself, and then we can go back into airbrushing. So I've got these really cool multicolored, stained. Actually, that looks kind of cool. Red, green, and then nothing colored. A little bit yellow. We need to do a little bit of dry brushing on the edges of this dragon. We could go in and paint every single thing by hand, and that would take a million years. So we're going to speed up that process a little bit, do a little bit of dry brushing. But I'm going to, with these makeup brushes, these are Morphe makeup brushes. I'll get my glasses back on so I can even read the number if you're interested. This is the M173. And this is, I love this for a dry brush. It's super, super soft. And you can really like almost scrub on the miniature, which is really nice because then you don't get that dry brush to look. You can get the paint on there very smooth, but in a dry brushy fashion. So that being said, we have to come up with a good highlight color for this. So I'm going to look at my colors. What do I got? I wonder if maybe more in the purple areas. I'll do more purple. And
what are you trying to do?
I'm just trying to find a highlight color. I don't know what I'm trying to do. Shaking my paint.
Wow.
Look at that. So good.
Do you hear a high-pitched noise, or am I going crazy?
You're going crazy.
Marley heard it too. Because she perked her little ears up.
There's sounds like a fan.
Yeah, maybe it is.
Something like that.
I don't know.
Something like that. All right. So we got to come up with colors that are lighter. Maybe not brighter, but definitely lighter than our original colors. Which I honestly can't remember what we used, so that works out.
Well,
it doesn't matter. Purple and magenta and teal. We've got it.
Perfect. Maybe I should drink a little bit of coffee. I'm sorry, guys. I am not feeling great today, so let me find.
I'm feeling terrific, in case anyone wanted to know.
Do you want French vanilla, hazelnut, or regular?
Oh my gosh. That hazelnut was ridiculous today.
Oh, did you try it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely don't put any sweetener in it. Holy cow.
I know. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I used the hazelnut coffee, and then I put 3 little scoops of stevia in it.
Not a good idea.
I literally felt like I was just drinking sugar.
You pretty much were at that point because that hazelnut's pretty sweet.
It was crazy.
This is our dry brushing 101 class here.
Oh yeah.
So I'm going to be patient here and just kind of build it up slowly, kind of, sort of.
Get you a story photo for your
I need to get
Instagram. That's the photo you want to take? Whoa. Okay, there we go. That's better.
Okay.
Sorry, I thought you could see the hole in your pants.
Oh. There's no hole in my pants.
Yeah.
I don't think I have any shorts at this point that don't have a hole in them.
You guys, I have never known anyone who can create holes in their pants so fast.
That's right.
Every pair of pants he owns, he has a hole in it. One of which was from the car accident, so that makes sense, because it got hung on the gear thing when we wrecked. But all of your other ones, I don't get it.
Well, the car accident one, I don't have anymore, right? I mean, that literally ripped my pants off.
I saved them because I'm a weirdo.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
That's kind of cool, actually.
I saved a sentimental thing for anxiety.
Maybe we'll do that as a stretch goal for the upcoming Kickstarter.
Oh my gosh, no.
Aaron's holy pants. Yeah, we were walking around it was a while after the crash before I noticed, right? I mean, I was like, whoa, my pants my pants are like ripped off my body.
You realized it after we had gotten to the hotel.
Oh my gosh. That's super funny. This would definitely be easier if this dragon's arms popped off.
Okay.
I think Reaper was like, you know, it'd be really funny. Let's glue this together and give it to Aaron.
Yes.
I mean, in a way, though, I like when things are together because then it's like if you can't reach it, don't paint it, right? But sometimes that makes life a little bit harder than it should be. So, right?
Oh my gosh, really?
Who is it?
Give it to me.
Maybe it's Amy trying to sell me. Oh, it's Scott. Shoot.
I'll answer. I'll be right back, guys. Have fun with Aaron.
Hey, buddy. Scott from Flying Frog probably wants to know where his miniatures are. So usually it's Amy. She's a robocaller. And she's trying to sell me extended coverage for my car, which was destroyed a year ago. She calls all the time. This strange relationship. It's love-hate. So what is everybody else working on tonight? Inquiring minds want to know. This is funny. This is the stage where I feel like nothing's happening, but I know something's happening. It's like you kind of just trust that a little bit of this magenta is getting on the dragon everywhere. But you kind of gotta, sometimes you gotta do these stages that don't really show up very well at first so that everything else looks normal. So whatever. But I figure, I do have there's all these little bony things and stuff, and you're like, well, what if you hit that? I think it's okay, because if there's a little bit of it's almost like with the airbrush, if there's a little bit of overspray, that actually looks good. So everything on my shirt is reflecting onto my skin. It's changing the way my skin looks. So my environment, my skin's a little bit yellower because we have a warm light up above, that type of thing. So everything affects everything. And so it's not so bad if, like with the airbrush, I used to always worry about overspray, and I'd be masking things off. And then I realized that it actually looked better if a little bit of the teal went onto the purple type of thing, And so that's okay. You just don't want it too much. You want overspray, but you don't want it messy overspray. So, but the nice thing about these brushes, if you've got them, they're just amazing. They're super soft, kind of feel good on your face. I guess they're a makeup brush, right? But also, like I said, you can really push them hard on the miniature. And where a normal dry brush will leave it'll be all clunky and stuff on the edges, this makes it's much smoother. I mean, if you do it too light or you don't do it enough, it will be clunky as well. But look at that. I'm guessing that phone call will make my May really busy, which is okay. Commission painter, that's all good. Or maybe they're calling about Gen Con. Who knows? Inquiring minds really want to know. She's obviously still talking with them, so it was more than just I'll call back later. Let's see what happens. I'm interested. So is anybody going to Gen Con? That's the question. I know they're doing their kind of half con, but I don't know. I hadn't heard from Flying Frog if they were going or not. Maybe that's what he's calling about. It's almost like not too worried about going to Reapercon because it's very small. And we've got our last shot this weekend, on Monday. Not that that's going to save you from everything, but that makes me feel a little more secure. And then also, there's not that many people going. I know it only takes one, but there's just not that many people going. Whereas Gen Con, even at a third capacity, is like, 20, 30,000 people. Still a lot. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. All right. So that looks like it did absolutely nothing, but I know it did something. Let's grab... We're going to need... This pale violet is really clogged. Did that work? No, of course it didn't. It's deep inside there. It's always weird not having Liz because I don't know what anybody's saying. There's no way to talk. I know. Ask me questions and I'll just say yes to everything. Yes, that's correct. Thank you for asking. All right. Let's do this. We've got to mix up the new color. I may also have, I'm going to grab another brush, just this flat brush right here. And what is this? Filbert. Filberts are cool. So if I need to get in like teeny tiny little areas. Actually, let's do that right now. This one, got to clean out a little bit more. So when I dry brush like this, it is definitely a little wetter than normal. Like it's not super dried out. In my blending class, we were learning how to paint with thicker paints, but in a very thin fashion, like getting the paint on super thin. So that's kind of what I'm doing here with this dry brushing. So I'm trying to get the paint on and then smear it around. So it is actually painted, not so much dry brushed, but more painted, if that makes sense. More. So the beauty of the airbrush is you can come back in and fix it. It fixes a lot of stuff. So you can get a very painted look by actually painting the model, and then you come back in with the airbrush and kind of clean things up a little bit. And so that's what I'm sort of banking on here. I'm beefing up some colors. If it's a little bit streaky, whatever. I don't care too much because I can always smooth it out with my airbrush. But this allows me to maybe bump up some highlights in some highlight areas where the airbrush missed, or it would have been, I couldn't have gotten as tight of a highlight like up in here in the arm. Go here. See, I got that paint on a little bit thick or a little bit streaky, but if I just keep stroking it, it looks smooth. It looks like a blend. I love it. Absolutely love it. Great technique. Over here, just want to start adjusting some of these highlights just a little bit. So one thing I like and I don't like it at the same time. See how dark this side gets, and then that side's really bright? Well, this is my light side, so that's really cool. But I think we could have had like a little bit more over on this side. There. Cool? Cool.
Okay.
Am I in big trouble?
No. talk to you about it after.
Okay, we'll talk about it after.
Yeah, I'm so sorry, chat. If y'all were asking him questions.
We discussed that. I just kept saying yes to everything.
Oh, that's bad.
Yeah, so just disregard any questions that were like in the last 5 minutes.
Every pair of pants became like sweatpants. And then no work yet. Just moved into the new apartment. Still setting stuff up.
Ooh,
that's
nice.
Cranky Dog.
Who's that? Sweet. Congratulations on the new apartment.
Yeah.
They always smell so clean.
Yeah.
And then you live in them for a couple months.
When we moved into this house, holy cow, it smelled so good. I mean, it still does because I
still does because because I live with Liz, and the house is gonna smell good. Like
it's gonna smell good and it's gonna look good.
There could be a dead body. There was in the backyard.
It was a bunny.
It was a dead body, nonetheless.
Jeez,
I'm just thankful we caught it today when it was not rotting, because that would have been bad.
Okay, so let's see. What else we got? Zach said he's on the couch with a fire in the fireplace thanks to Winter 2.0. Okay, so here's the thing. I think it's super funny that, like, it snowed there, and I am literally sitting here in my pajamas sweating because it is so warm in the office.
Oh, that's more of a lighting, I think a lighting issue, too.
True, but it was still 75 degrees today.
Because it has been colder here lately this week.
At night, we've gotten down to like 50.
In fact, one of my other private coaching students, and a really excellent painter, Benjamin Cantor, he is visiting out here. He's visiting family. He comes out to Georgia once a year. And, they hadn't come out for a while because of COVID, and so they were able to come out and visit his wife's family. And he was like, man, it's cold out here.
Yeah, a little bit.
Little bit.
Let's see.
But it ain't snowing.
Blending until it defeated me. Overspray is my friend. I would like to know when they are shipping the Kickstarter. I'm not sure, Glenix, which Kickstarter you're talking about.
I'm guessing it's Bones 5.
Probably Bones, maybe. If that's the case, I have no idea.
I know Flying Frog has been shipping their Kickstarter, if that's what he's talking about. But.
Oh, maybe he's talking about Flying Frog, because Zach said his fofo.
So
weird.
So Andy
3 arrived today.
Andy got his Echoes of Camelot Kickstarter like 3 weeks ago, and we have not gotten ours, and I'm not even sure how to check on that.
Zach sent me a message about that. And Zach's, I 100% forgot to tell him. They're still shipping. I can't talk. Still shipping stuff out. Okay. Yes. Smooth blends, Jesse.
The smoothest.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Cranky Dog said that I don't know, their apartment smells like cherry cough drops. For some reason.
Sounds actually kind of good.
I was going to say, I'm going to be completely honest, I would not be mad at that. I love the smell of cherry cough.
You know, like a lot of people, they're like, oh, that tastes gross. It tastes like cough syrup. And I love the taste of cough syrup.
Jesse said I thought I buried that thing. Jesse, are you talking about the little bunny?
Yeah. So, Jesse, there's a dead bunny buried in your backyard.
Yeah. We gave him a little funeral, just FYI.
We did the whole, remember in the office when that bird died and they had like the little flute and stuff? We're like,
yeah, Aaron sang him a song. It was a little scary, but...
The neighbor
poor little
thinks
bunny.
we're weird, but it's okay. It's all good.
He said yes, the dead body.
The dead body. There's a body in your backyard, Jesse. Sorry.
Yes.
Sorry. Not sorry.
Bryce said, yes, Aaron said yes to painting a Golden Demon level mini for him. You're painting a Golden Demon?
I am.
Oh, wow. Aaron, that was so nice of you.
Ooh.
How are we going to fit that into your schedule?
Yeah. So, Bryce, you got 20, 30 years?
Right. That's super funny. Bryce said I was going to call on the phone to moderate for Aaron.
Phone a friend. That would have been super good. We should actually do that sometime. We'll do we'll put my phone on speaker, and then we'll get guest moderators.
Yeah. That would be super funny. Zach said snow in April was not awesome. It looked really pretty, though.
That was
I saw the
very
photos
strange.
that Shaken put up, and it was very pretty.
I mean, I hate hot, so I would probably be okay with that.
You're
But
with me.
yeah. Yes, that's exactly why I'm with you.
Okay, wait. Which coffee did you tell me you wanted?
Hazel basil.
Hazelnut. Okay.
Hazel basil. Alright, so we need a lighter version of this.
Why won't you let me? There it goes.
But I want to keep it as vibrant as possible. So we're going to do that. Really do not want to
Mess it up.
mess up these brushes by getting them wet.
You're doing so good.
Yeah, it's just so excellent.
You're so aggressive. Oops, I almost knocked the.
I'm an aggressive dry brusher.
You're an aggressive painter. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. I think I'm gonna try the French vanilla.
Like, watch, we're gonna have the bunny mafia after us. What did you do with Margaret?
I think it was a little boy bunny.
Think so?
I think so.
How
Here
can
you
you
go.
tell?
I'm just guessing.
This is the good stuff.
It's really hot. Don't just drink it.
I'm gonna take a big old gulp. Big old gulp. Ooh, so if Bryce commented, that means Bryce is in the house. That is awesome. We will be rooming with Bryce at Reapercon.
Yes, we will be.
We're super excited about that. For some reason, every year Bryce bites the bullet and just takes one for the team and says he'll be our roommate.
Yeah. Eternal roommate. Roommate for life. Zach said, how do you clean the makeup brushes? I left paint in... Nope. Wow, I can't read. I left one in a paint cup and the wood handle sort of exploded. Clean out cup. Oh, yeah.
So the best way is called $5 and you buy a new one.
I mean, also true. But if you just need to clean it out, get you some brush goop.
So I use the Jen's brush cleaner. Jen's Fantastic Brush Cleaner, which I don't know where it's in somewhere
Oh, it's over here on your
on my desk.
thing somewhere.
So I use Jen's Fantastic Brush Cleaner.
It's brush goop.
I do try to clean it out pretty well in between sessions because the hardest part with your dry brush is like I'm going to be dry brushing for a little while here for a hot minute. And
How many minutes?
A hot one. And so just invariably the paint's going to dry on the brush.
I'm just gonna... I'll get a link to the stuff. Just give me a second.
Maybe we'll do some strange bin comments. Loaded brush, dry brush. So I kind of put white and pink in here. Ooh. Ooh.
Oops. I'm super not used to these nails.
I told her she wasn't going to be able to type. Does anybody listen to me?
I am typing. It just takes me a little longer than normal. Oh. Our brush goop is out of stock.
Oh. That's probably because I keep pimping it. No, it's probably just because it's fantastic and everybody buys it.
Yeah. Well.
You can. I mean, there's
just
other.
in case.
There's other brush goops out there. There's
Here's the thing.
They have like brush cleaner at Dick's
Yeah.
Paint Emporium.
So Bryce said, Ron announced on Reaperlive that we are teaching.
Who's teaching?
That you're teaching, and he's teaching. I'm not teaching, but I am helping.
Liz is helping. Faux show.
As per usual.
What's the haps on people entering the paint contest? MSP.
Who's
Open?
entering? Who's doing a piece for Reapercon?
I mean, it's been like 2 years. You probably have pieces from last Reapercon that had been working on, so great time to show that off. Show off the work you've been doing, COVID style.
I mean, realistically, I wanted to enter my Medusa bust, but that didn't happen.
Yeah.
So
but
maybe.
But it could. I think that's a good goal.
Yeah.
I really do need to. I need to work on something because I feel a little bit
out of the
dead,
loop.
well, dead inside. Yeah. There's part of playing the game with everybody else. You know, like it's being part of the fun.
Yeah.
I remember that last Adepticon, I didn't have any entries because it was just things were too hectic and everything, and it felt weird. Like, you know, like. I mean, it was fun looking at everyone else's work, but I wasn't part of it. And people were like, what did you enter? Oh, I didn't enter anything. Thanks.
Well, next year. I mean, this year. You can. Jess said, but in a bunch of stuff, but I don't know what yet. I think he meant put in a bunch of stuff. Well,
yeah, I
Jeff,
mean, some people, we've had, a couple years to stock up.
It's true.
So try this again. That was kind of fun, doing pink and then white.
So you did pink and white?
Yeah, they're both in the brush at the same time.
Oh.
Just trying to be careful around these horns.
You're trying to do like loaded brush with dry brushing?
Yeah, why not? Well, I want to have brighter highlights, and then as I move down, I want them to be darker. So
that makes sense.
It seems to be working kind of okay. I mean, it's not super controllable, but.
But what is? I mean, what really is?
What is really? That's starting to look pretty cool, though. You know, in a couple spots it is looking dry brushy, but I think I can fix that. We can fix it.
Oh yeah. With that ad brush. So what are y'all working on? Just like in general. Not specifically for like competitions or
like this dragon
stuff.
In particular. I mean, Bones 5 is going out. Do some people have this dragon already? Like,
I don't know.
I'm gonna feel bad if somebody finishes it before me. I've had it for like a year and a half.
Yeah, but you work on it on stream only, so.
Right, and we haven't done the stream until now, so.
Yeah. Hey, what's wrong with his little arm? Or his arm? Oh my gosh, what's wrong with his wing? Oh, there.
I don't know. It's just I got paint on it, or it's dust or something.
Maybe it was dust.
Stop critiquing my work.
Said it has not started shipping yet.
Okay. Perfect.
Gotcha.
Gotcha.
Well, are y'all
Sriracha.
painting? Are y'all painting with Aaron? I'm not painting.
You must paint in solidarity with me.
But that's mainly because I can't paint and read.
Shoot.
At the same time. Glennick said Dipsy dumpster from hell. But you're doing so great. You were doing so great.
Hey, you know what?
Just do all of that blending over and over and over again.
Yeah. And once people started putting weathering on their Dipsy dumpster, all of a sudden they all started looking really cool. So
yeah.
It is what it is.
Shaken said, I am trapped by a cat. Oh, Shaken.
Sounds like an excuse.
Right?
Based in hell. Okay. So that's that color. Do we go any higher? Or maybe I want to do...
Yeah, you need to go a little higher.
Shh. Pipe it down, woman.
Hey, don't talk to me like that.
Oh, yeah.
I will shove this blue tack up
right
your
up
nose.
my earwig.
What?
Hmm?
What?
What?
Your nose.
Hey, look, if I make it blurry, it looks better. No, I'm just kidding. Actually, it's looking pretty cool.
Wow, that's really pretty.
So here's the deal. You do all that dry brushing, but I did it in a way that's not too dry brushy looking, and then I come back in and I'll hit some strategic highlights.
Wow.
And that might look pretty cool. Or no. What if that little rabbit came over just because he wanted to learn how to paint?
Oh my gosh, why are you still talking about the rabbit? You're going to make me cry.
He came over and he's like, I just want to learn to paint good and stuff. And then like a ferocious mountain lion attacked him.
A mountain lion?
Or the lady in the house.
Next door? Maybe.
That's like... She is a saint. She gave us a doggy pooper scooper.
She gave us a doggy pooper scooper.
Like we were coming over to pick up the rabbit, and I guess she saw us farting around out there and sort of struggling with things, and I had a shovel, and she's like, "Oh, do you guys need a pooper scooper? I don't have a dog anymore." And so she gave us hers, which was really nice of her, but we didn't really need that. We needed a rabbit scooper. And I gotta tell you, Liz is a baller. She just picked it straight up. Like, I was like, oh.
Okay, but like, you've also got to remember, I grew up on a farm.
I know. You've killed rabbits before. Ow. Dude, that went in my ear hole.
I told you.
Sorry, I can't hear anymore. It's probably the best thing that's ever happened to me.
Can't hear anymore.
Yep. I also can't read.
Oh my gosh. That's pretty normal. Okay, so, Jesse said Tabitha is working on a mug that he 3D printed for her.
Oh, nice.
Ooh, that's really cool. And one of the Druid models we got from Reaper. Awesome. He said, I'm just de-spruing cows still. I'll be de-spruing those things until the end of time.
So Jesse and I started building our Necron army kind of simultaneously.
Yeah.
And we both are, well along with the Necron project. So Jesse's like, you know what? I'm in. Let's do another army. Which is funny because I saw that kit at the local game store and I almost got it, which would have been really funny.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh my gosh. Jeff said, I'm working on my X-Lax blends for tomorrow. I'm making them extra smooth. And then he said, man, I need more info for my diorama Liz Kills a Bunny. Jeff? No. No. Oh my gosh. Bryce said I'm taking the idea. Okay. Y'all are literally the worst.
It's got to be her standing in the backyard holding the rabbit up like this and
crying.
Just like, ah!
Crying? That would be accurate. Y'all, all three of you.
This is going down the rabbit hole, so to speak.
Linux said my rabbit is in love with my cat. He doesn't like ferrets, but doesn't thump them. He doesn't like ferrets. That's kind of funny. Bunnies are so cute.
It was actually a cute bunny. I mean, that's what Circle of Life, right? That's what bunnies are for, is getting wrecked by bobcats and stuff.
Oh my gosh, speaking of bobcats, this has nothing to do with painting, and I'm so sorry that I'm getting like really far off on a tangent. But did y'all see the video of the guy that like the guy's wife got attacked by a bobcat?
Oh, like in his driveway?
Mm-hmm.
I saw that somewhere.
Yeah, I showed it to you.
Oh, okay, well.
It like now every time I walk outside, because we do have bobcats in the area, and so every time I walk outside, I'm like, oh my gosh, what if a bobcat like comes out while I'm trying to poop Marley,
or while you're trying to poop? That would be.
Well, I poop in the bathroom, not outside like you do. So, I'm just kidding, Jesse. He doesn't actually poop outside.
I do not poop outside yet.
The diorama class is a graveyard. No, Bryce, don't. He said his diorama class is a graveyard scene.
It actually is.
You could incorporate it. Oh my gosh. You love the word.
Someone needs to talk to Ron and just be like, hey,
so
listen,
Jesse,
we need a special character, woman holding rabbit.
We also had bunnies when I was little. Granted, they all died.
Yeah.
Not because of me.
The story is coming together.
Go to your room.
Go home.
Go home. Go to your room.
I always send Liz and my daughter to their room. So go to your room right now.
We don't ever pay any attention.
No, they don't. No one listens to me at all. But they have been sent to their room several times in the last week.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, no. Okay, so when we say we need to take Marley out to go poop, that's a lot of words. So to save time, because we're lazy, we just say we gotta poop Marley. Or we gotta pee Marley. Yasa said, "Are you my dad?" Are you talking about me or Aaron? And if your name is Jordan, then yes. If not, then no. Shaken posted a cute photo of her cat as proof in the Discord that the cat is keeping her from
That is awesome.
moving.
Well, don't let her around Liz, because it'll be...
Oh my gosh, go home.
Again, already there. Okay.
Don't understand your strange southern ways.
I gotta be honest.
Aaron, did you say you were going to the store to buy cigarettes and then never came back?
Yeah, that's it. That is it. No, I was not looking forward to this part of painting this model, but actually now that it's happening,
It's pretty. I think
really
it's looking
like
great.
it. Yeah, it looks cool.
Also, I love that Taylor is literally sneaking up on Marley.
He's dancing.
And Marley is slowly trying to walk away.
Yeah.
Marley, be nice. Oh. This coffee is so hot I can't drink it. That coffee is real good though. Don't put sugar in the hazelnut cappuccino though. I don't need no sugar.
Whatever you do.
The French vanilla, that's what I got. I didn't put no sugar in it. I'm going to the Walmart. Okay.
She's going to the Walmart. Going to the Walmart.
Yeah. Don't forget Marley's pumpkin.
Yeah. Pumpkin spice and everything nice.
Marley, you need a haircut so bad. Yeah. I'm stuck.
I wonder, I've been working at this lately. I wonder if I could fall asleep while painting.
Okay,
Like, just
first
get
of all,
so
hold on.
into the zen.
Hold on. There's a lot to unpack there. First of all, you said, I've been working on this lately. And then you said, I wonder if I could fall asleep while painting.
Yeah.
So does that mean that you've been, like, falling asleep while painting before?
No, I haven't actually done it, but there's been a couple times that I've been, like, really tired. And also, like, sometimes you get into that zen, like, you're just, like, you know, you shut your brain off and you're just, like right now, I'm just kind of painting lines on a dragon, you know? And, so, like, what would, you know, what if you just fell asleep and you just kept working and then you woke up and you're like, whoa, my body just kept, like, it would really save time, actually.
Like when you drive?
Yeah,
And,
like when I
you
sleep when
zone
I
out?
drive, yeah.
No, like when you're driving and you, like, zone out.
And then you're like,
how did I get home?
You don't recognize where you are.
Yeah.
Like, whoa.
Yeah, like you do all
sort of like that.
every time you get, yeah, guys, hello. Welcome to
Driving 101
Driving
with Aaron.
I mean, I zone out too while I drive, but I'm also always aware.
Painfully.
It's not painfully. Rude.
Non-painfully.
Yeah, exactly. Wow, this is so hot. I'm never going to be able to drink their coffee.
So this might have been a little bit of a mistake because I really need to do this everywhere. But maybe not. Just motor right on through.
Just keep going.
Just keep going.
Yeah, we got an hour and 5 minutes.
We got months.
We're good.
I could go for 24 hours straight. Well, no, I can't because we
Studio.
do have to do the class tomorrow.
Yes, we do have to do the class tomorrow. Studio DKS said sleep painting. So efficient. Pacific sea lions can eat while they sleep. Hey, so see, you're from the
That
West
wouldn't happen to
Coast,
be my
which
old
is
buddy Derek
Pacific
Schubert,
time,
is it?
So I don't know.
I think so. Studio DKS.
Possibly.
Oh my goodness. Now the pressure's on. What if I mess up?
It is.
Nice. Hey Derek, how's it going? Got Derek and Bryce. Like, the sky must be falling. All the cool people showed up.
I mean, all of you other people are cool too.
Everyone else is cool too, but you know the cool Reapercon
Aaron
teachers.
sticks his foot in his mouth a lot. I'm so sorry, everyone. Derek said, going well, thanks. Liking this dragon. Derek, you can tell him that you don't like it. It's okay.
Yeah. What should I do next? I remember one time when I was teaching at Reapercon, and I had been teaching airbrushing classes for years.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, she's going for it. That dog is trying to get somebody. Maybe there's another rabbit. But yeah, I was teaching a class, and one of the other teachers came in who also taught airbrushing, and it was like I just forgot how to airbrush. Like I don't know why. It was like the pressure went on, and I was like, whoa, and then it was fine. But it was funny because like the first thing I did, I sprayed the first spray of air out of my airbrush, and it was already clogged. It made a whistling sound. I remember the other teacher was like, "Ooh, that's not good." I was like, "Oh my gosh." Super exciting.
Taylor had to come back inside to get something, so Marley, of course,
barked at her because
thought that she was somebody breaking in.
It's an alien.
Thanks, Marley.
Sweet.
Snowbird said, "Dragon looks awesome."
Thank you. Looks all dragony.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, did you bark at Taylor for no reason?
Poor Taylor's just got it. That dog is out to kill her.
I swear she is.
I've never seen a dog love someone and want to eat them so badly at the same time. Like, how do both of those things happen?
Yeah.
Like, Marley will literally bite Taylor and then turn around and start licking her.
Yes.
Like, hey, why aren't you hanging out with me? Well, you just bit me.
Yeah, exactly.
What is wrong with you? And look at her. She's just so head down. She does the whole golden
Marley,
retriever.
do you wanna say hi?
You want to say hi to people, Marley?
Say hi. I'm gonna try not to get in the camera because I am literally in my pajamas.
And I'm gonna be covered with hair now. Say hi, everybody. Hello.
Sorry, guys. She is super fuzzy because she really needs a haircut.
She does
next
need a
week.
haircut.
Yeah.
She's got.
Are you so
that's
cute?
Right. Marley, what do you think of this dragon? Is it scary looking? Here, let me turn it towards you.
Yes, Bryce. She is a bipolar dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Super.
She's so sweet.
She's super soft and just cuddly. And she smells stinky like a dog.
She does smell stinky.
I love that dog smell. I don't know why.
I hate it.
And I love sticking
I like
my
it when
finger-
she smells
I put
like
my finger
shampoo.
in her ear. She's making that sound.
I know.
All right, Marley, you're out. Oops.
Wow.
Look at that.
Yeah. Yeah, you get right on your little bed. She is a cutie. Jesse said I didn't know Marley was a Pokemon.
Here's Louise.
The things we learn.
I've got
Your
at least
phone.
3 more alarms that will go off while this show's on. So
A mini floof. Yes, she is a mini floof. We found out that she is apparently a golden retriever mixed with a chihuahua. So
Someone lost a bet. It's actually a really good combination. I absolutely love her. She looks so
Jesse
cute.
said, what? Yeah, I know.
How dare you?
I
We're
know.
doing some kinky breeding over here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
We did not breed her.
Yeah, we did.
How is that possible? I don't ask questions.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a thing. And they're super cute.
Yeah, we've seen a bunch of them.
I think Marley is... I don't know. She's a good mix of the two. But the chihuahua in her explains her, like, constant yapping
Everyone.
when she hears noises.
Or simply thinks she hears noises.
Yeah. Heaven forbid it thunders outside. If we get thunderstorms, oh my gosh. It's super fun. Aaron gets to baby me and Marley.
Yeah, lucky me. 4 a.m. Wake up, honey, wake up.
Jesse said, does the pink taste like cotton candy? You're making me hungry.
I wish it did, actually. That would actually be pretty cool. So there was a Reapercon several years ago. I think it was Mary Bear. She made like a, I don't know. It basically flavored your paint.
What?
Which probably legally was not a good idea.
No, that makes more people want to eat it.
Yes, that was it. That was the whole thing because everyone licked their brushes. And then I think someone got cancer or something and that sort of ended. But yeah, they actually had an additive for your paint that would flavor your paint different colors. So we could probably do like a cotton candy flavor.
No.
We are not going to do that, Jesse.
No.
But
that's a bad idea. Oh, one thing that we did do this week was we got some freeze-dried candy. And it's really good.
it's some strange stuff, let me tell you.
It's strange, but it's super yummy.
Speaking of freeze-dried candy, is Derek doing a project for Reapercon this year?
Good
I
question.
don't know what that has to do with freeze-dried candy, but...
I don't either. And no, Jesse, it's not just fruit that's freeze-dried. Like,
yeah, it's definitely not fruit.
these
it
are
is
like
candy.
these are sour Skittles that have been freeze-dried. And then there's like Jolly Ranchers and marshmallows. Yummy. Zach said like astronaut ice cream.
Is that how astronaut ice cream is?
I think so, yeah.
Did you hear about the astronaut who took a sandwich, like a Reuben sandwich, into space and got totally in trouble? It was like back in the mid-century.
Yeah, I remember waking up one morning.
Yeah, I was watching it
And Aaron sat there and read this article for like 20 minutes.
Yeah, because how could you not? The dude brought a sandwich. And I'm like, well, why would he get in so much trouble? Well, apparently, when you're in space and the weightlessness, the sandwich just falls apart.
Yeah.
Like the whole thing. And so he had Reuben sandwiches floating around in the capsule. It's pretty awesome. I would have been like...
Is that what you've been chasing all of the ingredients around?
Like, oh crap, we're going to
Just
die.
like mustard
We're
flying
going to
in the
die.
air.
I got the stupid sandwich on board here. And
Yeah.
the funny thing was, I think
Aaron?
it was other astronauts who gave him the sandwich. Like, they're like, hey,
Oh my
take this
gosh.
up with you.
That's bad.
It's not a good idea.
No. Derek said it's a secret.
So that means yes.
Maybe. You don't know. Brush for Hire said this is looking super badass.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bryce said no bread is allowed in space because of crumbs.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Derek said 0G Reuben Pac-Man. Yes. That's super funny. Oh, look who we have here.
Oh, who's that?
Miss Heather.
Oh, Heather.
She said, of course we're talking about food. I mean,
Yeah, we haven't started talking about poop
Let's
at all.
be completely. Yeah, we already talked.
We've talked about dead bunnies.
No, we talked.
She missed that.
We talked about poop too because I mentioned that I pooped Marley.
That's true.
All right. So. Yeah, I mean, we just always talk about food though, because food is.
That is a main theme of House of X.
Speaking of food, Erin made some amazing steak the other night on the grill.
Yeah, but it helped that we had that one dude's spicy stuff on it. That really made it.
Oh yeah, the Kent Rollins mesquite seasoning.
Oh my God.
Holy smokes.
Holy smokes is right.
It was so good.
And it will give you some stinky farts. Like, I'm no joke.
Yes, Zach.
Taylor and I went to I almost said Vaughn's, to Kroger, and I cleared out an aisle.
Okay.
By myself.
Sorry, guys.
That's amazing.
We were on track to not talk about farts tonight, but
or
it
anything.
happened anyways.
Yeah.
Let's see. Shaken said Death by Reuben. Yes. Jeff said, I think everyone should make a little Liz kills a bunny diorama for Reapercon. Please don't do that.
That would be awesome. I like
the worst.
Near and dear to my heart. That would be so
Purple
cool.
is luscious. Yes, it is. The purple in there is.
It's working.
Oh yeah.
It's working for a living.
Heather said, I assumed I missed poop. I'm late. Hello, Planar Crossroads. I can't read, just FYI. Heather watched Mortal Kombat.
Oh, cool.
Sweet. And yes, socks. Kent Rollins. Because
Kent Rollins.
Thank you for introducing us to the world of Kent Rollins. We're obsessed. We watch all of his cooking videos.
No.
What'd you do?
I got purple in my other color.
Oh,
no. We're cross-pollinating colors.
Oh, no.
You know I never mix colors.
Brush for Hire said, my doggos were at the studio with me today and found a baby bunny and brought it into the studio. I was freaking out. Oh my gosh.
That's pretty
Is the baby bunny okay?
Because ours is dead.
Because the one that we found in our backyard was not okay. He was very much
Indeed.
Not alive this morning.
DOA.
He's in a sweet little grave in the backyard.
You could say he's in a better place, but he's just in the dirt.
Well, it is a better place. We gave him a proper burial. Mm-hmm. Told him that he was a sweet bunny. And now there's some bananas in the chat. Why don't you do your stream in your banana suit?
Because we need at least 200 people in here to do that.
Oh. Okay.
Also, I think we lost it.
We did not lose it. It's on my side of the closet.
Bananaed out.
It's on my side of the closet hanging up. Brush Fryer said, luckily my wife came down to the studio and found the nest opening. Aww. And Jesse said 200. Let me see what I can do. Yeah.
Jesse's going to pay some Russian like factory or something to just send people here.
Right. I give you $5.
Yeah. Can you just come into this Twitch stream for
for just a few minutes, please?
That's right.
My banana costume standards are way lower. I mean, I have no standards. That's fair. I mean, to be fair, the banana costume that Aaron has, he got from Walmart for
yeah,
$12,
that was a mega impulse buy right there.
It was Halloween. We were trying to make sure we had our Halloween costumes.
And I was firmly on the side of I ain't wearing no costume because I never do. And then I saw the banana and it was like...
Yeah. Well, I was going to a Halloween party, and by that I mean I was going to my mom's house, and we were going to dress up like pirates because...
That's what they do.
Well, also because of COVID, so we didn't have a party. But... I guess Aaron wanted to feel festive, and he got him a little banana.
Well, I just saw the banana suit, and I was like, yep, I want to do that. What's funny is I really didn't plan on wearing it. That was just kind of... I mean, obviously, you were going to make me wear it.
Of course. can't buy it for no reason. Clinic said the dragon is beautiful. Love the purple and green. Rebecca at the well said, I am loving those colors. Whoa, Brush for Hire said that their banana suit can be peeled. Aaron's cannot. It is a...
Yeah, it's a low... it's not movie quality, let's put it that way.
Over the head, and then...
Yeah, I really need to modify it. I need to get some foam or something to actually flesh out the banana in it. That would be pretty cool.
What? Okay.
You know, fleshing. You know, that's
sure.
that's what they call it in the industry, fleshing out your banana.
Oh my gosh, this French vanilla cappuccino coffee Keurig thingy-bob is really good. Brush Fire said I just stuffed pillow fluff in theirs. I mean, that also works. I guess you could technically just shove it full of pillow fluff.
What? Oh.
Your banana suit costume. Why is your foot halfway out of your shoe?
Because I'm pressing really hard on this chair right here.
Oh,
So I got a new piston for my chair. My chair is literally like you'd see like my belly right now. It's so high.
Yeah. No, it's seriously.
So I'm adjusting to a higher chair now because my chair, the from the day one, and of course we didn't have, I don't know, I lost the receipt or something, so I don't have, we couldn't take it back or anything, but the piston like died immediately. It was like you'd go up and then it would slowly go down from day one, and I didn't notice it because I just don't think about those things. And then Liz was like, "Why is your chair so low?" And so anyways, I've been low riding, like my knees are like up in my chest. So now my feet barely touch the ground, which is kind of cool, but that's also getting used to. Mm-hmm. And then all my cameras are low, so I've got to kind of hunch.
We've got to readjust all of your everything, but the point is that his hips are no longer below his knees.
Yeah.
Like they were before.
Which it's kind of funny because my back is actually hurting from this because now it's getting stretched out the other way, but it's probably a good thing. Like.
Yeah, well, it won't be that big of a problem once we have your new desk too. So.
Yeah. That's another thing we're doing. We're getting a new desk, so hopefully we'll be able to spread out a little bit. Bryce knows I like to spread out at my desk. Liz knows very painfully.
Yes. Like, I was supposed to have 2 desks, and one of them is just full of Aaron stuff and my monitor. And, yeah, such is life. Loki 3D Art said, I loved what you were doing here. You were really giving life to this dragon.
So, Loki 3D Art, are you a 3D artist, or...
Oh, gosh.
What is that about?
Aaron
I'm
loves... to learn 3D sculpting.
I love to learn new things, so I'm currently learning how to 3D sculpt, which has been exciting. I haven't done much of it in the last month because we've been busy, but next month, we're hitting it hard.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll have something to show in next month's House of Vex, actually. Something that I sculpted and printed.
Hopefully. Fingers crossed.
It'll be basic stuff, believe me.
I love that we had a 3D printer like
4 months
ago.
4 months ago. We haven't used it yet.
Was it 4? No, we did not get that in January.
We got it in November, December.
Yeah, so it's 6 months ago.
Man, time flies.
Almost 7. Yeah. And we haven't printed anything. We've never even hooked it up. We're doing great, guys. So great.
We're winning at life.
Look at the striations.
Just so many lines. All right.
Sometimes you still surprise me when you paint.
I paint pink things.
And you paint them so well. heard that.
So, question to the hive mind: when you guys are painting dragon scales, do you prefer to highlight at the top of the scale or the bottom of the scale? That's a good question, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Highlight at the top of the scale or the bottom of the scale?
Well, while people are answering that, we got some more things.
Or not at all.
Oh, yeah. Heather just got her 3D printer.
Cool. What kind did she get?
Heather, which kind did you get? Because I forgot already. I saw it in the chat, and I was like, oh, sweet. Did you get the Photon Mini?
Frozen?
Sure. I don't know. Loki said, yes, I'm a Brazilian 3D sculptor. Who knows?
Oh,
Soon send
nice.
something for you to paint. Ooh.
This isn't, you're not from Loot Studios, are you? Because I know they're Brazilian sculptors. That would be funny. Not that you have to be.
They might be. Heather said, is this the Frozen Sonic Mini 4K?
Nice. That's exactly what we have. So, and it's exactly what Andy Piper has. If you were looking into 3D printing, Andy Piper did an excellent class at the Virtual Reaper Expo that just happened. And I thought it was really cool because he actually explained how the stinking thing works. And so that makes it, like, it started making things way more sense because I started, like, watching 3D Printer Pro and, like, those things on YouTube. And it's like, okay, well, I'm supposed to do this thing, but it doesn't make any sense why we're doing that. And then when Andy explained how the thing actually prints, it was like, oh, that makes total sense. So anyways, if you want to learn about 3D printing, definitely take one of Andy's classes the next time he's teaching it or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know if they actually filmed.
I think they uploaded the classes to YouTube.
Oh. Well, in that case, it's on YouTube.
Yes. Heather said that she's going through his class, but it was in the notes that we were discussing on Discord. They've had a whole full-blown conversation about it, but you were prepping for your next class, so you missed it.
I feel really bad when especially a new class, because I'm constantly during the week working on that class. And so I kind of just disappear, and I don't mean to, but it
happens.
You only got so many hours in the day, let me tell you.
Yep.
Also,
that's exactly right. So I will be right back.
I got some rabbit fur in my mouth or something.
What? It's Marley fur.
Chewing on that rabbit.
You were licking Marley, so.
True. Truth. Okay, do what you got to do.
I have to pee. I'll be right back.
Because I doubt I will get in trouble in the time that you're gone.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Sure.
Hey, Bryce, if you were to call me right now, I will put it on speakerphone and you can moderate. You don't have to. But... This is actually kind of soothing, painting all these dragon fiddly bits. So I could have done more of this, just all, well, maybe not all airbrushing. I can't talk. Maybe not all airbrushing, but maybe more airbrushing, less paintbrushing. But I also know this is for Reaper, so we want to get it going good. Hey, look. All right, speakerphone initiate.
Make sure I don't cause feedback.
Yeah,
here.
don't be cussing or anything, Bryce. I know how you are. Okay, I don't know if people can hear you, but I mean, it sort of sounds like Liz's volume of voice. So the weird thing is you're going to be behind, so don't worry about. What's that?
The Metal Chaos Studio says I like the highlight at the bottom edge of the scales as well.
Can everyone hear Bryce? I can't talk. Okay, what did he say? Or what did they say?
They like the highlight at the bottom edge of the scale.
At the bottom edge of the scales. Yeah. I'm kind of with them on that. Especially these types of scales right here. Like it kind of gives you that lip. These ones up here could be either or, I think. In fact, maybe they look good on both sides. You know, like it's like a really shiny scale.
I think you should just start over. Simple green.
Yeah, that's probably, you know how it goes. Man, Liz, Bryce is doing a great job. I think
no
you've
doubt.
been replaced.
Thank you, Bryce.
Maybe not.
I can kill rabbits too.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That's something we used to do that in San Diego when he'd come out and visit.
No.
We'd be like, you know, he'd come out, he's like, hey, can we go paint and then kill a couple rabbits?
Y'all
And,
are the
you know,
worst.
so.
Y'all are the worst.
That was always our evening. Then go to dinner and they could paint some more.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
For a second there, I was like, I wonder if we could eat this thing. But
No.
but I let it go. I buried it. I did think that.
Rabbit is
'Cause
not
we just got a
tasty.
barbecue, so.
Well, rabbit isn't tasty, so.
All right, Bryce. Liz is back. Thank you very much for the guest
Hello and
DJ
bye,
thing. Bye.
You didn't even let him say bye.
Well,
Sorry,
I messed
Bryce.
up. I just pushed the button.
Aaron just gets really excited
Get real
and just hits
button
in
pushy.
real fast.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have no idea what questions Bryce asked.
Somebody said something about they liked the highlight at the bottom of the plate for the dragon.
Okay.
Something Studios or something.
Okay, hold on. Let's see.
So if you know me, I'm really horrible with names. Like, and
Yeah.
it's not like a knock on you in particular. Like you will tell me your name, I will repeat it 14 times in my mind and immediately forget it.
It's true.
So we have a neighbor, the only neighbor I know. He comes out sometimes and he'll talk to me. He's a nicer, older gentleman. You know, he's very talkative. So the first time I meet him, he tells me his name. As he's telling me it, I forget his name.
I don't know his name.
He
either.
knows my name. Hi, Aaron. How's it going? And I should have, on the second going past, I should have been like, hey, what's your name again? But I didn't because
Maybe
I was too
Jesse
embarrassed.
does. Jesse, do you know the older man that's like 2 houses down? That'd be great if you did.
Yeah, what's
If
his
not-
name?
If not, we can probably check like county records or something. Not the point. Okay, so Derek said, haven't painted a dragon lately, but did a scaly basilisk. And it's hard not to highlight at the ends and edges. I made some scales look like they're dark at the edges but lighter at the base, but then had to add a reflective highlight at the dark end anyways.
Yeah.
And then Metal Chaos Studio said, I like the highlight at the bottom edge of the scales as well. Cranky Dog said, your inner Elmer Fudd is showing. Heather said rabbit is delicious. Heather, I am so sorry, but I have to disagree with you on that one. But
Heather,
if
I'll eat rabbit with
more
you
power
anytime.
to you.
Reapercon, rabbit meetup.
Jesse said coney stew, mix it in potatoes, boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew.
What do you do with them?
Boil
Bowl
them,
them?
mash them, stick them in a
Bowl
stew.
them?
Bowl them.
Bowl them?
It's from Lord of the Rings. You're just making fun of...
Your accent, yes.
Thanks.
I love your
Love
accent.
you.
I just like to make fun of it.
Jesse said, talk to my neighbors?
Yeah, I was like...
Great. It's okay. So here's the thing. So we've watched so many episodes of...
Oh, Love Thy Neighbor. or
Love Thy
whatever.
Neighbor.
Like where the neighbors go nuts on each
Yeah.
other. Yeah, it's a little bit scary.
So we're like kind of afraid to actually become friends with our neighbors because
What
then
if
people die.
we end up
So
killing each other?
yeah.
One thing, I mean, I started thinking about that actually talking to this guy because he knows everyone in the neighborhood. He knows everyone's names. He knows what they do for a living. Like, I'm like, it's a little
He's
bit
like
much.
the neighborhood watchman.
He is, but he's like super laid back, you know. But then I like in my mind I'm thinking, wait a second.
What does he know about us? These people,
Well,
they
when
just
he finds
never
out what
leave
we
the
do for a
house.
living, he's gonna be like, yeah, you guys need to leave this neighborhood.
Yeah. I'd be like,
You
these
dirty,
people, they
dirty
literally-
gamers.
They literally never leave the house. They only have one car, and only one out of the 3 of them that lives there leaves.
And they have all this weird Warhammer stuff in the garage.
Yeah, they've got tiny dolls
They
everywhere.
got dragons.
Jeff said, "Oh man, I hate that. I hate that because it's a certain point, or at what? Jeff, what is this word? What are these words? I hate that because it's a certain point. It's like, and they know your name. You should know their name. Okay, that. Okay, wow.
Yeah, yes, and therein lies the problem because we've been talking for so long now. And I'm just like, his wife never comes out. She's like kind of a homebody. So like, I'll see her every once in a while, but she never comes out and says, "Hey, Chuck," or whatever. I need that,
Yeah.
So what I was thinking of doing is next time I go for a walk and I have Taylor with me or something, I should just be like, "Hey, Taylor," if that guy comes out, be like, "Hi, I'm Taylor. What's your name?"
I can do it because I've only
Liz could do
talked
it
to him.
too.
I've only talked to him once.
Yeah.
When he asked us if we had our COVID shot
If we
yet.
killed any rabbits yet.
No, Aaron, go home.
He actually asked if it was his cat that killed the rabbit. He's like, "Was it my cat?" And I'm like, "I don't know."
Oh, really?
But he said there are some, like, not bobcats, but coyotes around here, so
Yeah, we have lots of coyotes.
that would make sense.
Oh, Jeff is using talk to text or whatever. So that's why his words are all
Good times.
Jesse said the guy that lives next to me is the same way, and he has 2 first names, and I can't remember either of them. That's
awesome.
Really funny.
So, anyways, if I've met you 3 times and then it just sounds like I don't remember your name, don't feel bad because it's not that I don't care about who you are. I just can't stink and remember names. Like, it's not in my.
It took him so long
With
to
Liz?
remember my name.
Yes, we were dating for 2.5 months, and I was like, "Hey, you," or "Hey, babe."
No, but you did have a hard time remembering what my sister's name was.
I was like, "Hey, my girl."
Oh my gosh! No, you did have a hard time.
I
remembering my
did,
sister's
but to
name.
be fair, you have a freaky accent, and sometimes she would say Julia, and like it'd sound like I'm with Uli, or like I don't know. And so then I was like, "Oh, she's with a different friend or something," and like whatever.
Oh, because I say Julia.
Yeah, Julia.
It's not
Julia.
Julia.
Julia Gulia.
It's Julia.
What movie is that from? Jeff, go.
Go, Jeff, go. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna introduce myself to him.
Hi, I'm Aaron's girlfriend. He doesn't remember your name, but I'd like to really know who you are.
I'm sorry, my boyfriend has amnesia, and for some reason
he has old amnesia.
He's getting kind of up
getting up there in age,
years.
And, yeah.
So yeah, that would be super funny, actually.
The truth. Hi, my boyfriend's an idiot, and he can't remember your name. Like,
yeah.
And the funny thing is, you will tell me, and then I'll forget it again. I really need to write it down or something. In fact, I think the harder I try to remember the name, the quicker it goes away. Is that like a medical condition?
What?
Like, the harder I try to remember the name, the faster I forget it. Is that normal?
Babe,
I like how you're like sitting there like,
doctor?
I don't know. I think maybe, yeah.
Sure. We'll go with that. Jeff said Seinfeld.
Yeah.
Yeah, Heather said to just tell the truth.
No, that's no fun.
I really don't mind just walking up to him and saying, "Hi, I'm Liz. I'm Aaron's girlfriend.
Help me.
What's your name?"
What's your name, old man? Oh, fool.
Well, we've been getting a lot of packages for somebody, I guess, that used to live here. Not y'all, Jesse, but...
Yeah, so somebody like went and ordered a bunch of stuff and then didn't change their address, so like, that was not smart.
Yeah. Heather said you could just make up a name and start calling him that.
Yeah.
That would be super funny. Hi,
Hey,
Bob.
Barry.
See if he calls you on it.
Yeah, that's true. Could do that.
Steal his mail and check. Oh my gosh. Philippe. he said, just look at his mail. I am not
That's a great idea.
That is illegal. You can't go in somebody's mailbox.
I'm pretty sure his wife would shoot me. She looks like a good old country girl. She'd come out and just... That would be the end of me.
Probably. Oh my gosh, my hair is just falling out. How are you not... Oh, you are sweating.
Yeah, I'm looking good.
You're glistening. You're turning into a...
I got a nice bead of sweat going from my chest hairs down to my ball fro.
Aaron, don't say... Oh.
What movie was that from?
No.
It's okay. It was a movie. It was a quote from a movie. A great, great movie, like Gone with the Wind.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
And to top it off, one of my favorite actors was
Jeff,
in
if he's watching this stream and he heard us having this conversation about him, then he's a pretty awesome man.
Yeah.
That I don't know his name. Zoc said, I've had the same work phone for 3 years now. The guy that had that number before was named Kevin and apparently stops paying his bills at different points. Oh, that's super fun.
And of course, it's that phone number.
Yeah.
Kevin, that should just be your answering machine. Kevin is no longer has this number. Please stop calling.
Yeah. Like, we've returned a bunch of just mail items for these people, but recently it's been packages. We've got 4 packages currently.
Yeah. I'm really curious as what's inside of them.
I think they're computer parts.
Ooh.
So I think he was, or I'm assuming it's a he.
He's like, all I need is these last 2 parts to finish my computer and start gaming, and then they just never show up. 'Cause they're over at our house.
Yeah. Well, it is what it is.
It is. Good times. On
That's
a dime.
looking really cool.
Looks like a giant orangutan.
Orangutan. All right, Heather. Thank you for joining us tonight.
Yeah,
See you
thanks.
later.
See you tomorrow. Keep on keeping on.
Yes, he will be really sad if one of them happens to be his graphics card. That would super stink.
Or he's like, got a whole bunch of RAM. I just got 128 gigs of RAM. No, you didn't.
Mm-mm.
Not no
Nope.
more. Not no more.
Nope. So, I mean, I did the one thing that you probably really shouldn't do. I texted the number that was on the package.
Yeah, so luckily they have our number.
So now they have my phone number, but whatever. If they don't respond by Monday, we'll just take it back to like FedEx and UPS and ship it. Or tell them that it delivered to the wrong address. Because apparently that's a thing you can do. I didn't think that you could, but that was what we were told to do.
Yeah, I really wish I could take these wings off. I think they actually come off, or like this is a separate piece right here, but I'm too afraid with this resin. This resin's super brittle.
Yeah, please do not do that.
So we will not do that.
That would suck.
There's so much paint going on here.
I just love how vibrant it looks. It's really weird because like when I look at it on your computer or your screen,
Right.
it's super vibrant and pretty, but like on this screen for some reason
It's well that screen is it's a little bit duller. Well, even it might be Twitch too. I don't know.
yeah. Does it look super vibrant to y'all? Is it like magenta or is it more like a ashy pink? Why are you laughing?
It's kind of ashy.
An ashy pink, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah, I know. What you
dusty
mean.
pink.
I will definitely post pictures after this.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the hardest thing when you're recording stuff because I can't control what the end product looks like. Like I can only control it on my end. So, you know, maybe if I made it ashy pink on my screen, it would be vibrant on yours. I don't know, but.
Or it would be so blown out you wouldn't be able to see anything.
At the end of the day, I'm like, you know what? I will err on the side of not doing anything, and we'll just go with that. It's funny, I just keep creeping this one highlight over here. It just keeps slowly getting bigger and bigger. Every time I look at it, I'm like, yeah, that's not quite right. Yeah, that's not quite right. One over here.
Okay, so Bryce said that it looks vibrant.
All right. Bryce doesn't know anything. What does Bryce know?
Bryce knows everything.
Bryce does know everything. He also knows the best restaurants everywhere. That's if Bryce had a secret power for like superhero secret power, it would be like what restaurant to go to.
That would be his superhero secret power?
I mean, it actually is his superhero secret power. Like he just knows.
Wow,
you know, like, hey, we need to go to this place. And he's always right.
Yeah, I can post. How about let me see. I don't want to get in the frame, and that's what'll happen if I try to take a photo. So let me just snag the photo off of his Instagram. Or not, because that's just the back, but. Okay. Don't let my face get in the camera, because
Because we don't want to scare Bryce.
Well, I have no makeup on. I'm literally in my pajamas.
She didn't have any clothes on.
No. Aaron.
That's not true. Even that picture almost doesn't look...
It's vibrant.
It's vibrant. Vibrant.
Click.
So, the new nails she got, she can't take a picture.
You know what you can do.
That is super funny.
Okay.
Something.
Yeah, I don't understand. That's so weird. Maybe you need to spray a little bit more with magenta.
Yeah, but I actually like this color. Like it's just like it's just the lighting right here. Probably that's just it.
Yeah.
Wait, where's my camera?
Yeah, try with yours. Okay, so I posted in the Miniature Monthly All the Peeps channel, the Miniature Monthly Discord, All the Peeps channel, a screenshot of the back, like the teal part.
So what does that look like on the screen? Super dull.
What? Oh.
Yeah. Here.
Just send me the photo, Sweet Pea, and I'll post it in the Discord.
Don't you sweet pea me.
Thanks, Bryce. They are really pretty. They actually, this is a, I don't want to flip off the camera, but I'm going to do this. It's a real,
nope. On this camera.
I don't
Put it right on that dragon.
Look at that.
It's
a real flower in this one.
It's what they call a for real flower. All right, I
could like.
I Facebook messaged you.
Oh, thanks. That looks about as.
What did I just do with that brush? Is it the same?
It looks the same.
All right.
I don't know. That's as vibrant as the pictures are going to get because they're lame. But those are the photos. Yeah. They're super pokey to the point where, like, I've accidentally scratched myself a few times. And I'm still trying to... How do you pick your nose with nails? Like...
Girls don't have boogers.
That's bullshit. I'm sorry. That's not what I'm going to say. I didn't mean to say that out loud. That's bull.
Look who's sticking her foot in her mouth now.
I'm sorry.
You can say a lot worse than that on Twitch. We're good.
Well, I don't want to. Because
I'm talking about you murdering a rabbit.
Kids. Well, I wasn't talking about that. You were. But I don't understand. I don't know. super pokey. I think next time I might have them rounded off a little bit more. Like cat claws. So what's everyone doing? Oh, wait. No. The bunny was most likely harmed by a coyote or something.
Yeah, it was pretty much skinned on the back.
Or like a fox or
backside.
something. It was really sad.
It was missing most of its skin from the back.
Like, I was so sad. I called my mom at work to tell her about it. And she was like, honey, it's okay. There's probably nothing that you could have done for the rabbit.
Yeah, she's like,
And
we
she's,
should have
like,
gone out there
trying-
last night to help it. And I'm like, I think it's better this way.
Yeah,
Like,
my mom basically told me that there literally was nothing that I could do.
yeah, there was nothing you could do. Except maybe
Whoa.
stuff its innards back into it.
20-sided TV just rated us with a party of 6. Welcome. Thank you. Boop, 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 boop. I love that they walk in and
We're talking about dead rabbits and...
a little bunny. That's been like the whole theme of the entire night. But it was a very traumatic experience earlier today, so... yeah. You know.
I kind of
life.
legit was like, okay, I wonder how this is going to go down with Liz.
Well, you'll be proud of me. I didn't like actually cry, but I just came really close to crying. My mom helped by telling me a story of
Of a rabbit
the
that
time
died.
that Luna or Dobby one had brought in, or no, I think she had saved like a baby bunny from the cats, and she basically like was holding it and trying to like nurse it back to health, and it did not live through the night. And then she felt really bad, but then she was like, "There's literally nothing I could have done."
Yeah, it's a rabbit. Rabbits, I believe, were made to die.
20-sided TV said we just got finished with a paint along and decided to keep painting with you. Awesome.
Nice. What are you
Aaron's-
guys painting?
Yeah, what are y'all
Or
painting?
what did you paint?
Aaron's painting this awesome dragon. Still.
Yeah. Well, we're never going to finish this thing.
Third month in a row. Well, it's
Well,
going
it's
to
only-
take a few months because you're
We
only
only
doing
have
2
hours per session, so
Yeah.
it is what it is.
But, yeah. So what are y'all painting? Or what did you paint earlier? I feel like my words are not wanting to form correctly tonight. Lagia Sapphire said that dragon is incredible. And 20-sided TV said we are going to start the Fungal Queen next week. Today was an in-between finish up and final touches.
That was a cool
Awesome.
one. And our friend Jeff Davis up from
Canada.
he did a really cool fungal queen last year or the year before. It was freaking amazing.
Yeah.
It was a very good model.
Yes, they're the Morphe brushes, and yeah, he uses them for dry brushing. I don't remember what the numbers are on it, but
It's M something.
yeah.
M to the 173. That's like the gangster
Yeah.
way of saying it.
Yeah, those are excellent dry brush brushes. Whoa, that color scheme for the dragon is awesome. Excellent job.
Thank you.
Good job, babe.
That was a pat on the back.
I did pat you on the back. I mean, I really do think that you've done an awesome job with this. So, for those of you who have not been here for every month, when he paints this, the whole inspiration behind this dragon was actually my sky scale on Guild Wars 2 because he liked the way that it looked.
And it had cool electricity going through it. We haven't even gotten to the electricity part, but we kind of got to do these other parts first.
Yeah. So it's going to be a really cool dragon when he's done. I guess I probably should, like, start posting, like, a side-by-side of the inspiration.
Comparison.
Yeah. I think I still have the screenshots.
That looks cool right there. If we could, all we have to do is actually finish this side of the arm and that side of the tail, and it will look like it's done.
Oh, is that all you've got left to do with the highlights?
No.
Oh.
We have the whole other side of the model. But I'm just saying, if we want to go the lazy man's route.
No, we're not doing lazy man's route. You're doing
so much fun.
You're doing this all in.
This is gonna be
both feet
hitting on all cylinders.
Mm-hmm. I don't know what that meant, but okay. So the only thing I don't like about this cappuccino stuff is it settles to the bottom, like weirdly.
So you can make a second cup of it without making a second cup of it.
You have to swizzle it around. Also, I'm pretty sure I'm going to regret having that cup of coffee this late at night.
So am I.
Why are you going to regret it?
Because I'll get to listen to you regretting it.
Oh, you're welcome. The name of the dragon
Excellent question.
is...
We should probably...
Hold on, I'm trying... Let me
Bob.
remember. Okay, so we nicknamed her Shakira. But her name is not Shakira, it's...
Something.
Jesse said Shania na something.
Shania Twain.
So
So Shania Twain of Dragons.
Why?
I don't know.
For 3 months in a row.
Yeah, we do this every single episode.
Every time. Help. Yeah, we named her Shakira, like the singer. Shakira. Zach's shaken. Or anyone else out there want to help? Oh, Jesse, that's an amazing idea. We need to write the name of it on the bottom of the base.
Or on my
the
head
screen.
here, yeah.
Yeah, that would be smart too.
It should be like, hi, welcome to the House of X. This is Shakira.
Shaken, do you remember the name of the dragon? Shakirna? Philippe said it's like Shakirna or something. Okay. They're looking for the name. Man, I can't believe that we do this every single time.
I think it's just the way it should be.
Is it? Shavirna. Thank you, Zax. Shavirna. So, Philippe, you were almost correct with the Shakirna.
Yeah,
Just
and
a
thus
different...
came Shakira because it's very close.
Yes, so Shavirna, the dragon. Which is why we named her Shakira, because it sounds like Shakira. Write it down this time. Okay, Shaken, I'm writing it down. You're right. I do need to write it down. I have like 800 sticky notes at my desk, so this is perfect. Ordered all the dragons from Bones 5. Can't wait to get them. Awesome. You're going to have all the dragon funds. I mean, probably. Ron is probably super disappointed in us. Like not being able to remember the name. Yeah, it does go really well with the name. Okay, I officially have it written down
And we will
on my
lose.
sticky notes.
We will lose that piece of paper so fast.
I won't. It's not like the receipt for your chair.
It's gone.
Yeah, that's gone. What is on your thumb? That like splotch.
That's paint. You're welcome. I don't know why I said that way, but
I don't know either.
it is paint though. I was spilled something or wiped something out or something. Something happened.
Something happened? Cool. So last week, Aaron did all of the like bone parts and the talons and
Yeah,
stuff.
just the bone and the talons. Got the base coats on those.
And so this week it's highlighting them scales.
Yep.
He's regretting his decision.
I regret a lot of things in life. Some of this other stuff. Your feet are freezing.
My feet are always freezing. Just trying to warm them up.
One of these days I will actually replace this bottle of black, but you know what? It may never happen.
It's not a tumor. You have a paint tumor
Yeah.
on your hand.
Sweet Lord, baby Jesus. Just give me some black.
Okay, hand me the pen.
It's not so much that. This is empty.
Oh.
Just throw it away.
Oh.
And there's paint in it, but
we have to go find more of your black
There
paint.
are like 30 bottles of black paint, and none of them in the office.
Yeah, I think they're all in the garage, actually.
As they should be. Kind of, sort of.
Beep, beep. So who's excited for class tomorrow? I know we have some of our students in chat. Who's excited and who's sad? That's the better question.
Because they didn't do their homework.
No. Oh, I need to grade your homeworks. Heather, you missed so much. 20-sided TV. So Aaron has been teaching a blending course all month. He does a 3-hour class every Saturday. And tomorrow is the last one for blending 1 of 4. So, yeah, it's super fun. I mean, technically, I guess it's still not too late to get in on the classes. They're on our website, miniaturemonthly.com.
Everything's recorded.
Everything's
forever,
recorded, so you'd get access to all of the classes that have already, like all of the blending classes that have already happened, plus all of the PDFs and Discord reviews and all that kind of stuff. And you get access to like all of the class Discord channels. All super fun stuff. I love that Heather came back just as we were discussing class. She says, I'm badly blending bases now.
Sweet.
Awesome. Perfect.
That's how we roll.
Do you want to buy the answers?
Yeah. Who's
The homework?
selling the homework answers? That's what I want to know.
Oh my gosh. So here's a little fun tidbit of information. All of the answers are in the PDF. They're literally pulled
Yeah, but
directly
then
from the
you'd
PDF.
have to literally read the PDF.
The website is, hold on, here, I'll just put it in chat. Sorry, it takes me a little bit longer. Still trying to get used to these nails. Alright, so that's the website for the classes. We also have other classes that Erin has done in the past. So you can get access to just the previous recording classes, or you can get access to the previous recording classes plus the upcoming version of the class like later this year. That's a lot of reading is what Jesse said. 20-sided TV, super cool. I might just wait for the next one to start. Sweet. We usually do, well, Erin's airbrushing class will probably be in October. And then non-metallic metal, I think in January of next year. And then we'll probably do the blending class again next April.
So those would be the live ones, but you can always...
Yeah, but at any point in time, you can always purchase the not live ones. Jeff, no, you can't just copy the pictures out of the PDF. I will know when I grade the homework.
Yeah, that looks exactly like what
Yeah.
Erin did right there.
Jeff's answers always crack me up because they're always borderline
Politically
wrong.
incorrect.
No, they're just borderline incorrect.
Oh, okay.
So, like, I don't know.
Which takes some skill, right?
Yeah.
there.
Then I'm like, no, he's, like, technically right. So I have to give him the points for that. Awesome. Thank you.
Well, he's been sending me money via PayPal on the side to
Jeff
get
has.
the correct answers.
Hey, make sure I get these answers right. And I'm sure Erin's just like, oh, yeah, sure, absolutely. And then he has nothing to do with the answers.
No idea what's going on.
Yeah.
Oops.
I guess after this I could grade. I know y'all are just dying to find out how well you did on the
graded.
homework. Let's see. Oh, Jeff did turn his in.
Look at that. Somebody's trying to be the teacher's pet.
Okay, so Jeff, all of the answers are in the PDF except for the photos. Photos are on you. Those have to come directly from you, not from the PDF. So, and see, this is what I'm talking about. I'm looking at Jeff's homework right here. Apparently, Jeff's name is Jeff Bon Beetlebon Agamenon Stanky Weppelgets McKinson.
Yeah.
Erin would never remember your name, Jeff.
I would probably remember that name.
What? That's a good question.
What?
Will I still grade the answers for the pre-recorded, or if they just purchased the pre-recorded? Yes. I probably just need to keep up with those.
Yeah.
Because I don't
you
think
might
I've
want to
looked
send
at
a
any
message
of
to
them.
her that like you did it, because I don't know. Do you get an email when somebody turns it in?
I used to, but for some reason it doesn't send me emails anymore. So maybe I need to figure out if there's a setting that I turned off. I just make a habit to like check every week.
Right, but if there's no class going on, you know it's hard to know when someone's randomly gonna post a
Right.
homework.
So I just need to figure out how to turn that setting back on.
I mean, it's not like you're going to get kicked out of school or anything if you get the answers wrong, but I guess maybe some people would like to know if they got the answers right.
Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah, I don't understand. I don't know. I'll have to figure it out. So yes, I will make it a point that if you purchase the pre-recorded, then I'll make sure to grade the homework too. And I honestly would definitely not take answers from Jeff.
However,
Oh yeah, that's a good point too. Set a time each month where I go and respond to all of the answers and stuff. So have like the 5th of every month or something, the day that I go and check homework. That's a good idea.
Good idea.
Yeah. I like the way you think. You're making me like that. That would work a lot better than me like checking once a week.
Well, yeah, you got to think of what's feasible.
Yeah. I'm an idea person. Great. We like idea people. Speaking of that, though, I don't think I've set up the... So for the fundamentals of blending, currently the only thing we have available there is just the live class bundle. I have not set up the pre-recorded bundle for that one.
Yeah, because we're
Just
technically
FYI.
still
Yeah.
doing it.
Next week, I will probably go in and switch that out so that the prices are correct. So. Ooh, you run a store and lots of events? That's exciting.
How brushes will travel.
Exactly. Maybe send us a little
Where are they out of?
email. Oh, that's a good
Are
question.
they in Brazil?
Do you just really want to go to Brazil?
Yeah, I think it'd be awesome. I want to go visit Esteban.
I don't know. Oh, that would be really cool. 20-sided TV, where are you located out of?
Please say San Diego.
Please say San Diego. Baby, we're going to go back to San Diego this year, I promise. Brooklyn. That is not San Diego.
That's close, though. I like Brooklyn.
Have you ever been to Brooklyn?
I'm sure I have. I went to New York once, and so we did hit the boroughs. And I'm sure one of them was Brooklyn. Brooklyn's one of the 5 boroughs, right?
I have no idea. I've gone to New York twice in my life, and one of which was we stayed in a hostel in Harlem.
They were actually
So-
what the movie Hostel was made after because of what happened with them.
It was really, yeah. It was not a great
There's
experience.
lots of bunny killing.
It was not bunny killing. It was just not a good experience. But, yeah. So, if you do like events and you run events and stuff and you have a store and stuff, maybe shoot us an email or shoot me an email.
Yeah, shoot Liz an email.
Because
We all know what happens when people shoot me emails.
it gets lost in the everything.
In the haze. This is a really odd angle to be putting streaks on a dragon, but
You're doing great. I love how delicately you're holding your paintbrush to get in there.
yeah. And kind of whatever happens, happens.
It's just really funny. Your head is taking up half of the screen.
Watching me struggle.
Yeah. Oh, bless it.
Good times.
Yes, we do travel to give courses. Obviously, things are a bit rocky right now, but
Eventually.
yeah.
We've been to Canada. We've been all over the place, actually.
We have. Canada was a lot of fun because we got to like see snow, which.
Like we had literally
like
kind of just started doing the traveling. You know, we like it wasn't really a priority, and then we started making it a little bit more of a priority, and then COVID hit. So I was like, okay, well, never mind.
Yeah.
The online thing has actually worked out really well, though. I've enjoyed that, and I think the students have gotten a lot out of it.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think with the online courses, one of the great things about it is the fact that it allows people to work on their own time.
Yeah.
But also at the same time, they're being held kind of accountable to practice every week. So that's been super great.
Especially for Jeff, man. That guy needs some accountability. Holy cow.
He said Jeff said we're gonna need a weathering course.
We could do that.
Trying to figure something out.
But
like normally we like announce a class at the last class, but I don't think that's happening this time. So don't get your hopes up for tomorrow for a new class being announced.
But we do have our book coming out, so that's maybe get your hopes up for that. I don't know.
Wasab said, I'm sad I missed out on the Canada one, though it worked out for the best since my airbrush ended up arriving later than the course date.
Yeah,
that's fair.
That works out then.
That is fair. Well, I'm sure we'll probably go back to Canada at some point.
Yeah. So we were at Red Dragon Games there in Ontario, and that was a lot of fun. So that was East Coast Canada, but then I know there's like a lot of stuff happening on the West Coast of Canada, which would also be fun.
Yeah. Jesse said weathering and terrain basing would be sweet. Gotta get some rest between classes too, though. That's how you stay charged up. So true.
Yeah.
So true.
So that's one of the things
last class, I don't know why, but after we did the very last class, my whole body felt like it had just shut down.
I
didn't want to
for
talk
4.5 days.
I was so exhausted for like weeks. I don't feel like that this time around though, but last time, holy cow, it hit me.
I think maybe too it was the start of the year, so we'd just gone through holidays and stuff. It it all is like
true.
relative.
Heather said, "Oh no, I just realized tomorrow is not just the last blending class. I've taken all the others. Did I graduate?"
You did.
Not yet, Heather. You have intermittently.
We'll send you a funny hat and tassel.
Yeah, I'll get I'll get Taylor to make her one, like crochet a little.
Oh
tassel.
yeah, that would be super fun.
But we will be doing more different themed courses, and there is a mosquito in here.
We're also thinking about because the month-long classes are really cool for like actually learning a technique or something. I think it's important for like blending and the airbrushing and N&M too. Like just doing one class is just not enough, you know? So it's kind of cool working on it the whole month, but also it's a month long, you know? We're also thinking about maybe some little one-off courses where it's just 2 hours here, 2 hours there, and it's like one thing. So like maybe like the Dipsy Dumpster, you know, type thing where it's just, but maybe we'll do something different. Yeah. The train thing would be kind of cool. Maybe just going over a few different train things. Maybe it'd be like maybe a 4 or 5 hour class, but on one Saturday. And that's it, you know? So yeah, I don't know, you know, tell us what you think about that, or like maybe ideas of what you think would be cool, because I enjoy doing the classes, but also, you know, also I know like we've like between N&M and this blending class, there's a lot of stuff that you just need to practice, and that takes time. Even if you know exactly how to do it, you still have to put in the time and practice. So we're kind of giving you that time too. Also, we need to recharge too. So, and there's like so many things that that we've both put off, just getting the classes ready, because there's so much that goes into them. I mean, shoot, you're getting three recap videos tomorrow. Like,
Yeah.
we're going all out, you know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so it's pretty cool. But anyways,
20-sided wow, I can't talk. Said, I just emailed you. Sweet.
cool.
I'll get back to you as soon as. It'll either be as soon as this is over, or we've got a phone call we've got to make after this is over. So maybe after that, or tomorrow morning. A lot going on. Jeff said, honestly, the online courses are awesome because of the Discord feedback. It gives you time to work on stuff and then let it sink in before you go to the next step. Plus, I can go back and watch the videos again. It's awesome. It's the best format I've taken classes in. Oh, thanks. Love that, Jeff.
That's one of the things I
Heather?
really love about that too. Like I can adjust the course based on feedback from the Discord reviews over the week. So
Heather said, I was afraid I needed to fail blending. No need to fail.
I'll fail you if you want to be failed, but
Emily said, looking so good. Yeah,
Thank you.
right? Beautiful dragon. Yeah, it'll, yeah. In-person events are definitely not currently happening, so. Yup. And then Philippe said, why is there no blue on the scales? Because.
the teal from the back of the wings, like that, because I didn't do that. I probably could eventually, but I'm kind of like, this is kind of evolving. I really didn't have a complete idea of what I was doing from the very start, so
Yeah.
kind of experimenting with things here too and see what works and what doesn't.
Exactly.
But also we have lighting effects that's going to go up through the dragon, so we haven't even got to that yet. That might be next time. Tell a friend.
Tell a friend.
.com.
I mean, we are like 12 minutes over, but
Are we?
I mean, we went over last time and they haven't yelled at me yet to shut up, so.
Yeah, poor Justin's like, oh my god, I just want to go to bed.
I know.
No.
Is he even around? You still
don't know.
here? Beep.
I don't know.
I mean, he might be.
As you can see, painting is super boring. And that's why we do paint night, because then we can all talk and BS and just enjoy ourselves while we monotonally go through, is that a word? Monotonally?
I think you just made it a word,
just made
but
it
I
up.
don't think
It works
that's
out pretty
quite the
good.
word.
But yeah, sometimes you need some distraction, and this has been good distraction.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, I just like painting with friends, that's all.
20-sided TV said, I find it so relaxing and meditative. Absolutely. Jeff said that Justin and John are watching Mortal Kombat, apparently.
Nice.
Or most likely. That's what he thinks they're doing.
Is that a new movie that just came out? Somebody else said they just watched it.
Apparently. We don't
We don't go out, we don't do
attention
anything.
to like anything. We don't know what movies are coming out. We literally, I think we live under a rock.
Yeah.
If it's not on Netflix or the ID channel, then we have no idea what's going on.
I mean, like the West Coast could fall into the ocean like they say it's going to do, and we would never know.
Well, we probably would know that because your mom would call, but...
Well, maybe she
Well,
wouldn't
maybe.
because she's in the water.
Aaron! Oh my gosh. You can't
Glub,
say
glub,
stuff
glub.
like that.
Aaron, just want to let
Heather
you know
said,
your
yeah,
father
they
and I
can-
are drowning right now.
Heather said it came out today.
Ah, okay.
That explains it.
Is it just like on Amazon or something? Like how can you watch it?
I don't know. Heather, how did you watch it? Did you watch it on like Amazon or something? Yes. The whole world has been living under a rock for the entirety of 2020, and it is 100% bleeding into 2021.
Oh yeah, I like it. Cowboy style. Cowboy style.
HBO Max. Oh, okay.
We got that.
We do have that. We've watched a few movies on that.
So I will admit, I was like, the dragon looked cool, but I you know, whatever. It's a dragon. But I'm actually starting to get a little bit excited about it.
Wow, it's taking you 3 months to get excited about a dragon?
Yep. You know me, I don't play around.
That's true.
I don't get excited for any old dragon.
Right? Dude, this year has gone by so fast. Like,
so what brought about the video, like you posted some of the videos from the crash when it got interviewed by Reaper.
you mentioned
How did
it
that happen? And
you
like,
mentioned it in something.
and then you just looked it up or something. We watched that video for the first time in like over a year.
Yeah, and it
And
made
it was
me
awesome.
cry.
Well, yeah,
I
aside
don't
from
know,
that,
it's one of those things where like
it brought you back
I
to
hear you talking about it and then
I thought
I
it
have,
was
like,
fascinating. There was
flashbacks
stuff
to
I
it,
forgot
and, like,
about the
there's
wreck
just a lot of
and everything. Like that one part where I was like, you know that they always tell you your life flashes before your eyes?
It
That don't happen.
it doesn't happen. No.
You just get hit.
Oh, isn't Reaper said, yeah, we definitely just finished it. It's worth watching.
Nice.
Okay, we'll have to watch that with Taylor sometime this weekend then.
Mortal Kombat.
But yeah. No, we definitely rewatched Aaron's interview with Reaper right after the car accident. That was
Exciting.
a lot. And then we had some new friends that got to watch that for the first time.
They loved it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I think it's because in the class you were like, oh yeah, and if you ever just want like some of my most prized possession minis, all you have to do is just look on the side of I-93
Yeah,
and
yeah. They're just scattered all over the place.
for like 300 yards. So
That's how it happened.
yeah. One overly gory scene, but it's more... Yeah, you would kind of expect that.
That sounds good.
Okay, Jesse. He said that we gotta send him a pin. He's gonna be driving there in a few months.
Oh, right.
So when you get near Coyote Pass, make sure it is not between the hours of 7 a.m. and 10 a.m. because you cannot see. Like,
Well,
the sun is so
certain
blinding.
times of the year, but yeah,
It doesn't
good
matter.
idea not to do it at all.
Just avoid the highway during that time coming over Coyote Pass.
Yeah,
'cause
and
it
by
is-
what we say is you can't see, like literally you can't see the entire freeway. Like it's
Nobody
just gone.
could.
It's just gone. Like
yeah, nobody could see.
I mean, I just remember thinking, "Holy cow!" Like I've never like usually the sun, it gets in your eyes, but you can see in other spots. It was like you couldn't see anything.
Mm-hmm. He said, "Fair enough, or I'll just take a few hours to stop during that time and look for some minis."
There you go. Yeah, halfway up the freeway.
Yeah. Make sure it's like on a super like low traffic day though. There's like not a whole lot of room for you to just kind of like sit on the side of the road. Oh, that's getting my anxiety up. Probably not helping that I'm eating candy and I had a cup of coffee, so.
Stuff's kind of starting to come together a little bit.
Just now starting to?
Just now starting to.
Mm-hmm. So I seriously could probably eat like 12 bags of these freeze-dried Skittles. The sour ones. How many total hours have you worked on this so far? This will be about six and a half.
We're at about
7.
6, yeah. Maybe 7, yeah.
So,
but a lot of talking too. I mean,
yeah, there's a lot of
talking. It is paint night. It's not like go, but the first session we kind of put colors on the dragon, like got the initial airbrushing going, and we played with that a little bit, like quite a bit actually.
Mm-hmm. But like people ask questions about airbrushing, they ask questions about.
And we have been posting the replays on Miniature Monthly's YouTube channel, so that's free for everybody. And you have to find them, but they're there.
I guess I could go in and do a playlist.
Yeah, that would be kind of cool. But if you want to see, like, from the very start. I do love that the last 2 episodes of House of X have been no airbrushing at all. But, I mean, this is painting, right?
This is
like
part of the
This
thing.
is part of the process. You don't always use your airbrush. And I can't just skip it. So I want this to look relatively good. Pretty good.
Y'all are getting the real deal.
The real deal, Holyfield.
This is actually what it's like when Aaron takes on a project.
Yeah.
Look at that tongue.
Look at that tongue.
I love that you kind of made a face while you were showing. Aww.
That was meet in the middle / loaded brush / wet on wet. Right there. For all my students.
He went all in and did all of the blending.
On one tongue.
Oh, yeah.
But that tongue's kind of like set back in the mouth, so you gotta work it. You gotta work that tongue.
Ew. Oh, excuse me.
Shh.
Gosh. And it will let you demonstrate how airbrushing can take brushwork to the next level. Exactly.
Yeah, because the airbrushing really does allow you, like, if I would have paintbrushed on all the dragon's skin, that would have taken forever. So we're just wasting a ton of time. But here we've skipped all that and we're going right into the details. But then I can come right from the details and go right back into airbrushing. So it all works out.
Mm-hmm. There's an ebb and flow between the two.
Yes, that's what she said.
So I know we've mentioned this show before on here, but I'm going to mention it again. Does anyone watch Escape to the Chateau?
Oh, so good.
Oh, 20-sided TV, you've got to try airbrushing. It is game-changing. But yes, Escape to the Chateau. It is amazing. Like, literally nobody's watched this show? We're like the only weirdos that love the show.
Well, to be fair, we wouldn't have known about it either if it hadn't been for your weirdo mom.
That's also true. I'm glad my mom doesn't watch this.
I'm just kidding. Your mom's
Have not
awesome.
seen the show. Oh my gosh, guys.
Super good.
Okay, so let me see what channel. I think it's
What is it on, HGTV or something like that?
I think it's on HGTV. Well, I'm pretty sure it is. So, it's the Strawbridge family. No, it's not on Netflix. It's on, like, cable TV. Or, like, actual TV. But I think if you have access to... You may be able to access through it through Discovery Plus, maybe? I don't know. I honestly have no idea.
Nobody really knows.
So, this family, a husband and wife, and their 2 little kids, they find a chateau in France. And they are from England, I think. Why are you talking like that? It's weird.
Using the
no
accent.
No. So they find this little chateau. It's not really little, it's massive. It's 4 stories plus a basement.
50 rooms or something.
Yeah,
like
like 48 rooms, I think, total. Massive. Has like an entire moat and like 6 outbuildings and all this kind of stuff. They paid like $300,000 for it, I think.
Yep.
I think that was how much. And they've been fixing up this chateau
over the last like 4, 5, 6 years.
Yeah, and it's kind of like their journey on like making the chateau into what they want, and it is absolutely fantastic. The couple, like, there's none of the like weird
like
drama crap that you
right.
get from like American shows, and like the two of them, they work so well together. And it's usually her going, I think this would be really cool if we could do this.
And then
he's
rolls
like,
his eyes
great.
And like, oh my God. And then they do it.
And then they're both like, wow, this
amazing.
turned out really great. Like, I don't know. It's just,
they're
both really passionate about what they're doing. And, you know, they host like weddings and stuff. And he is a cook, but he's also an engineer. And she is a designer, but also an event planner. So it's just, I don't know. It is just an amazing feel-good show.
And they take parts of the old chateau and they'll incorporate it in the new stuff. So like they had to cover up behind the staircase. The old staff, like in the 1800s, had shoved wallpaper behind the staircase to kind of board it up and keep the the dust from coming through. And the girl Angel thought it looked really cool, and so she took pictures of it all, and that was Taylor. And she took pictures of it all and then printed out this vinyl sign that went on the back of the staircase. Like, they covered up the staircase so it was all enclosed, but then she re-put the staircase in as a photo. And it is trippy. Like, it looks like you're looking at the underside of the staircase, and it has all the wallpaper in it.
Yeah.
Very cool stuff. Like,
so if you need like a good family show, it is...
I mean, not even a family show. It's just a good show.
Well, yes,
like,
but
period.
I'm saying that like it's a great show for families.
Yeah,
because it is family friendly.
Yeah, their kids are super cute,
So,
and it's just...
There's no zombies, Jeff. I am sorry to disappoint.
Yeah, okay, so it's not that good of a show, but, you know...
No.
Close.
But, I mean, it's fantastic. And, like, they literally moved from England to France not knowing any French. So, like, over the years, they've been learning, and, like, their kids are going to school, and so their kids are fluent in both English and French. And it's just, I don't know, it's just crazy.
It's wild. But then they'll, be like, we're going to buy a boat for the moat.
Yeah, they bought a boat.
And they didn't realize how big it was, you know? Like, it's just funny, like, seeing them go through the stages of this, you know? Because this is a great idea. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's huge.
When Angel bought the, that van
bus thing. The bus thing that's like the bar? Yeah. That was super funny.
Yeah.
He's like, do you realize what this looks like on the inside?
Jesse said, what if my family is unfriendly? Then they'll probably still like it.
Possibly.
Jeff said, man, already have a family show in my house is like Mad Max. Are you saying Mad Max is the family show? Movie?
That's not a bad thing right there.
No. You do you. But we record every episode, and then typically what happens is we miss 2 or 3 episodes, and then we have like a binge night when we finally have time to catch up and watch all of the episodes that we missed. How close are you to being done with those scales?
They'll never be done.
Oh, Lord.
That's correct. We probably should start wrapping it up here because somebody has to get ready for class tomorrow. That would be me.
Yeah. I got to put my email together for tomorrow.
Well, I've got to switch all the Reaper signs on my OBS back to, I almost said House of X. We're in House of X. Into whatever it's called. Blending 104.
Oh, yeah. We started last week So last weekend was Blending 103, and we started the class with Blending 102 on the screen.
On one of the
Everybody
screens,
was like,
yeah.
"Wait, did we fail?
Yes.
Are
Sorry
we doing
about
a
that.
repeat?"
It was funny. I had all my HUDs, like all my signage on the side was right, but it was the initial start screen, and I just totally forgot. And that's one that's not a picture. It's literally just text on the screen. So anyways, that was super exciting.
Oh my God, Jeff said I am legend. I told my kids it was a documentary. I'm assuming you're talking about Kill Bill? Or are you talking about I Am Legend?
That's pretty awesome.
Either way, super funny.
All right. What do you think so far, Liz?
I think it looks
Not too shabby.
super cute. With
It's
that
coming
bubblegum
together.
pink.
It's coming together.
It's coming together.
I mean, actually, especially like all the scales in here, I can probably kind of fake a little bit. These ones I'm gonna have to do really good.
Yeah.
These ones I can fake a little bit. Sometimes if you just give the idea that there's detail in there, you think there's detail in there. This side I'm gonna have to do. That's not too bad though. I've got a big chunk of it done. Like this was all the hard stuff right here.
I think it looks great.
Yeah.
Poppin'.
The face is looking pretty cool. We'll have to paint those eyes. We'll take a poll what color the eyes should be. But until then, I don't know. I think we're done for the night. I'm beat. I'm beat like a dead rabbit in
Oh my
own
gosh,
backyard.
stop. You have a fuzzy on your shirt.
I'm kidding. I'm literally getting beat
You are not.
by my lovely girlfriend
I do not
who
beat you.
beats me.
I do not. Don't joke about that.
Her eyes are like huge. Nobody's gonna believe that you beat me. Are you kidding me?
Bryce is laughing.
It's super
Guys,
funny.
This is what I deal with. This is my boyfriend with a blown out pants.
That's right. I have
Oh my God.
holes
No.
in my pants.
Okay, thank you for keeping it PG.
In my pants.
Bless it.
All right.
All right, guys.
I think that's it.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna wrap it up. We're gonna call it right here. We're gonna put a fork in it. We're gonna eat a rabbit.
No, we're not.
It's been buried in the dirt. If we we should have put hot coals in that hole, and then covered it. It would have been really. Oh, that would have been great. Would have been great. We could have made carne asada out of rabbit. Rabbit asada.
No.
Okay.
That
All
poor
right.
little rabbit.
He's done. He's been laid to rest.
No.
And with that, we bid you adieu.
Hold on.
Hold on.
Hold on.
Oh, do we have to?
Okay.
We have to go raid somebody else.
Yeah, we gotta go raid somebody else.
Let's raid House of X.
I don't know who we're raiding, but we're raiding somebody.
Here we go.
Oh, we're raiding
Romper room.
Wapple.
Wapple. Oh, cool. Hey, James. Woohoo! Waka
Well, we
waka.
haven't raided yet. You don't
Oh.
know how Twitch works, but I will.
Woohoo!
Thanks,
Waka
y'all, for
waka.
joining us.
Thank you.
We'll see y'all next month.
We will catch you on the rebound. The rebound on the meta side.
Oh, yeah.
That was a good snap.
That was a good snap.
This is that awkward
it's
thing
off.
where, oh, it's off.